My date said, I only date guys over 6 feet. I stood up, 5'11", and said, I only date girls under 120 pounds. She threw water on me. I humiliated her in front of all her friends. Now she's fuming. I'm 28, 5'11". On dating apps, might as well be invisible. Every profile must be 6 feet or taller. I ran an experiment. 2 identical profiles, same photos. One listed 6 foot, the other 5'11". The 6-foot version got triple the matches. After 6 months of mid-date height verifications, I quit the apps. Then my coworker's fiance set me up with her friend Jessica. I agreed to coffee. Saturday afternoon, trendy coffee shop. Jessica showed up 10 minutes late in designer everything. Scanned me head to toe. Didn't sit down. How tall are you? Not nice to meet you. Just straight to the height question. 5'11". She tilted her head. Kelly said you were tall. I'm taller than average. Is there a problem? I usually only date guys who are at least 6 feet. I sat back down. Well, I'm 1 inch shorter than your requirements. This should be interesting. She finally sat but kept her jacket on. Phone on the table. The next 20 minutes were painful. One-word answers. I was mentally checked out. Then her friends showed up. 3 women, late 20s, dressed for a club at 2 p.m. They spotted Jessica and came over squealing. Oh my god, Jess, is this him? They all did the same elevator scan Jessica did. One said, wait, stand up for a second. I stayed seated. Why? We just want to see how tall you actually are. Jessica said you might be lying. I'm 5'11". I'm not standing up so you can measure me like I'm at a doctor's appointment. Don't be sensitive. We're just having fun. Jessica added, if you're really 5'11", what's the big deal? Other people in the coffee shop were starting to stare. I stood up, not to prove anything, but because I was about to leave anyway. There, 5'11". Satisfied? They exchanged looks. One whispered something to Jessica. Jessica said loudly, performing for her friends now, you might be 5'11", but that's still not 6 feet. I really only date guys who are over 6 feet. It's just a rule I have. And this was the moment something in me snapped. Not angry, just crystal clear calm. That's fair, I said, voice completely even. I have standards too. I only date girls who weigh under 120 pounds. The table went silent. Jessica's face did this thing where she was processing whether I was serious. Excuse me? You have a height requirement. I have a weight requirement. Seems fair, right? I mean, you can control your weight. I can't control my height, so technically your standard is more unfair than mine. Her friends' mouths were hanging open. That's completely different. How? You're allowed to have a physical preference that eliminates people based on something they can't change. But I'm not allowed to have a preference based on something people can change? Explain the math. One friend tried to jump in. Height and weight aren't the same. You're right, I interrupted. Height is genetic and unchangeable. Weight is largely controllable. So logically, having a weight preference is actually more reasonable. Thanks for proving my point. Jessica's face was turning red. You're being incredibly rude. I'm matching your energy. You spent this entire date making it clear I don't meet your height requirement. I'm just letting you know you don't meet my weight requirement. This is not the same thing, she practically shouted. People were definitely staring now. So let me get this straight, I continued. You can judge me for being 1 inch shorter than your arbitrary requirement, but I can't have any physical standards at all without being rude. I never said I was judging you. You literally asked me to stand up so your friends could verify my height. You told me to my face you only date guys over 6 feet. But sure, you weren't judging me. Jessica stood up and grabbed her water glass. I saw it happening in slow motion. The water hit me square in the chest. Cold. My shirt was soaked. You're a jerk, she yelled. I looked down at my drenched shirt, then back up at her. And you're probably over 120 pounds, so I guess we both dodged a bullet here. She made this sound between a shriek and a gasp. Her friends were pulling her toward the door. Then someone started slow clapping. Then someone else joined in. Within 5 seconds, half the coffee shop was applauding. The barista mouthed, that was amazing. Turns out her friend filmed it. Posted Sunday night. Watch this girl tell a guy he's not tall enough. Make him stand for measurement. Then throw water when he mirrors her logic. Monday, thousands of views. Tuesday, tens of thousands. Jessica deleted everything. Her friends turned on her. She moved cities 6 weeks later. Kelly sent me Jessica's message. Society hates women who have standards. No, Jessica. Society hates hypocrites.